My name is Kailani. I'm the marketing director at Enerlights. We are a lighting and wiring manufacturer, and I give id8 a 5. One of the best things about working with id8 was their communication. They were so efficient, so effective in everything that they did. We would have, a quick write up of what we were going to talk about before our meetings. We would follow a pre written agenda, and then afterwards, they would always come at me with action items so that I knew exactly what they were going to do and when they were going to do it. And then I also knew what they were expecting of me so that we didn't lose any time and that we stayed really organized. That was probably the best thing about id8. Another thing that I really liked about them is their entire team seemed really engaged. They all were on the same page. They communicated, you could tell, very well with each other, and they're very thorough in what they were going to do for us, and then they followed through with that, which was really, really great and made it very easy to work with them. I especially loved that when we were on a call, I wouldn't have to say, oh, can you ask this person for this? Or did we would all be on the call together. So they really made good use of all the FaceTime that we had. And I just really loved that we could progress and stay on time, on budget, on everything, just as planned from day one. If I was to really pick apart some of the things that I wish could have been a little bit better, I think one would have been I wish we were in the same time zone, or that they would have worked in my time zone a little bit better, because we were 3 hours different. And I know that isn't always a really easy thing to accommodate, but because my team was all, we had our timing, and I know they did too, I think it would have been nicer if we could have maybe adjusted a little bit so that we could kind of be working at our optimal times. That was kind of a little bit hard, but again, nothing that made it really impossible. One other thing that was a little bit kind of a disappointment for us is the graphic designer that we were assigned to work with. She did a phenomenal job. And when we finished the contract, we wanted to be able to use her for additional things, which she was available for, yet she didn't have the tools or the skills to do it. We really wanted to have her be a little bit more involved in more of our rebranding process. But unfortunately, we found out after the fact that she didn't have those skills, and so we had to actually go out and find someone different. It's a little bit disappointing, but that wasn't part of the original contract, so it wasn't like, something that was totally awful, but definitely something that I wish that we had all kind of sussed out before we started the contract, knowing that there was a big possibility that we would do additional work in the future. I had interviewed probably 6 or 7 different rebranding agencies and was pretty tired of the process, to be honest. And I almost canceled my interview with id8 because I just didn't think that I was going to find what I wanted. But Kristen had emailed me right before our interview plan and just said, hey, just a reminder, here's a link. And I was like, okay, since she's in my face and she's already planning on it, I might as well do it. And she just had such a calm presence. She really just listened. A lot of the time, I like that she came prepared and she asked questions. She had already done her research on me and my company, which was nice. A lot of the other ones I interviewed also did, but she kind of came at it more of I think these are the holes that we can fill for you, rather than these are the holes I see in your company. It's like, she immediately was trying to show her value, but in a way that wasn't really pushy. She definitely stepped back and let me kind of say my story, the things that we were looking for. I think I really just loved that she wasn't in your face pushy about it, and she really took the time to listen to what we were trying to accomplish. And I think she integrated a lot of our needs in the answers she gave that made me feel really comfortable moving forward with her. It was very clear from the beginning that they knew a lot about rebranding business to business agencies. Specific to my industry, which is electrical engineering or manufacturing, they did have they had a few portfolio pieces that caught my eye, which helped me to feel a little bit more confident that they knew kind of the look and feel that I was going for. It definitely wasn't like a cutesy, it wasn't a cutesy brand that's going to be forward facing to customers. It was really industry specific. And I think that they were able to just, they only had a few pieces in their portfolio that touched really directly to us, but I actually kind of liked that because it showed me that they weren't sick of they weren't sick of my industry, and but it showed me that they're able to dive in. And I think knowing that kind of put me at confidence in working with them. Other companies that I worked with, they actually had, or the other companies that I interviewed, they actually had a lot more in their portfolio that were very relevant to what Enerlights does. However, I kind of worried that, maybe they were going to use too much of that other stuff on us, or I worried that their previous knowledge about my industry was going to be clouded in some way. And I wanted to be able to shape their understanding of the industry and our position in the industry. So I kind of liked that, they just kind of touched on it a little, but not too much.